How are we going, everyone? I'm standing next to a tower here. I don't know what it's called. Well, I'm just calling it a grow tower. This is a trial that it's been given to me to give a trial out, and I was weary about it, thinking like, I'm not going to be able to grow anything in this properly unless I use a chemical-based fertilizer. Now, this is using the hydroponic system. Basically, it's all liquid, flood and drain. We've got 10 layers here, if you like, cells that hold about 5 plants on each one. So here's one, here's another one, and we work all the way down to the bottom. So we've got 10 layers like that, which means we've got 50 seedlings in here. Now, normally hydroponics, for those who don't know, work on a liquid fertilizing system. That's an A and B solution, or let's say a nitrogen growth rate and a flowering solution. And they apply that to all sorts of plants, if you like, to be able to grow them quicker in a controlled environment. So where plants don't like our cold climate that we have outside, you can grow hydroponically under lights, if you like, or even outside if the temperatures are okay, but not using soil. So it's a soilless system. Now, if you look at the bottom here, this is a holding tank, 50-litre holding tank. And there's a pump inside that pumps through the center of this shaft, and then it fills. There's a little well. I'll take this one out for you, and you'll see how there's water dripping down. So it drips down to here, and it gets to a certain level where it fills up and then pours back down to the next layer. So it cycles its water like that. And you have these little cups, if you like, you call them that, where you see a seedling inside. Now, we used a little bit of foam here in this case here, which I reckon long term you really don't need to. I'll show you what I mean you don't need to. Let's put this one back here, because I've got one here without. Now, these are our plugs. See our plug there? Starting to grow its roots out there. This is only 3 or 4 weeks old that we've planted this up. The lettuce and all different types. We've got bok choy, lettuce, silver beet. We've got, what else have we got in here? We've got kale as well, doing well. We've put some spring onions in here. Unfortunately, somebody came along and stole one of our seedlings, so we had to replace it with our spring onions, which I've just dropped into here, and it's just getting its water. As you can see, the roots are coming through there, but one in particular, it's taken off like wildfire. Have a look at that. This is our endive. This is the growth you get on it. Now, the plant initially does have its own soil, but we've taken out the soil completely. But we also got this choy sum. Let me show you what it looks like beforehand. There it is there. This is it now. So one prime example of how fast and well it does grow. And admittedly, all the seedlings have taken off really well by comparison. These are our plant or plant and plug seedlings that we've come up with that you can just buy as an individual unit. Now, this is doing the flood system, our liquid feed. Now, what I've done here, instead of using a typical A and B solution as a liquid chemical base, I've used our liquid gold and eco butch. So in 50 litres of water, I've added, I think it's 200 mils of each approximately, liquid gold and eco butch. Now, liquid gold being a seaweed base, it's got a high potash level, so it will help produce better flowers and a stronger cell wall structure. And obviously the eco butch is a blood bone based mill, both certified. So these are feeding off our liquid fertilizer, nothing else, soilless, growing tower. And the biggest benefit of all is that it takes up a half square metre footprint. Tiny. If you were to lay out 50 seedlings on the ground to grow, you would need 2 or 3 square metres of space. Ideal for small spaces, folks. I waited 4 weeks or 5 weeks before I did speak about this. As again, I said to you, it's a trial that we're doing, and it works. Now look, there's probably plenty of other types in the market, maybe smaller units than this as well, but at the end of the day, if you haven't got the space and you've exhausted all your pot plants and you can't get any more in, you can go up. This is a great way to go up. 50 seedlings. Another couple of weeks, you'll start to harvest. Now you can take one out and put another one back in there. Nice and simple, so you don't have to harvest everything at once. And look, they don't grow as fast as plants in the ground. That's the truth. Well, it's not a heated environment. We've had some really bad weather out here. We're getting a little bit of sun, and the sun does hit this around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So it actually misses the morning sun. It gets it from 12 o'clock till about 3, 4 in the afternoon before it disappears again past the other buildings. So you're not going to get the fast growth, which is good because that means you have to eat everything at once. but you can have a variety going on and harvest all year round without losing any space. And if you like, if you're a strawberry fan, this can be a strawberry tower as well. Admittedly, this side here that you're looking at is actually growing quicker than the other side where it gets less sun. So if you do place it anywhere where it gets minimal sun, try and rotate them around and to give it more sunlight so that it actually performs better. If you want to see more about this, come down to the garden centre. You'll check it out here in real time and you can be able to judge it for yourself. Vasili'sGarden.com for all great products, better prices every day. Coupon code word is ready for 30% off the marked price. From me, Vasili, Maresi.